Hi friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, we are going to be doing my weekly check-in. We're going to take a look at the paycheck budget I wrote for the paycheck that my husband received on August 16th. We're going to be filling in the actual column here to see how closely we stuck to our weekly budget. I'm going to be looking into my cash envelopes here to see where we are with our variable spending, and I'm going to fill in my weekly check-in here. And then last but not least, I'm going to flip to a brand new paycheck budget, and we're going to be filling out the budget for the week of August 22nd through what? Let's see, where's my calendar? August 23rd through the 29th. So the last full week in August here, we're gonna go ahead and get all of that done today. So if you're interested in that, just keep on watching. Okay guys, before I get into the weekly budget, I really quickly wanted to announce the winner of my giveaway. If you watched my budget update last week, you will know that I had a sweet subscriber purchase a budget bundle and ask that I give it away randomly to one of my subscribers. And so I asked you guys to comment on that video and you would be entered to win. So I'm going to go ahead and announce the winner right now before I get into the budget. So the winner is going to be Kathy Schilling. So Kathy, if you're watching this, congratulations. Leave me an email, send me an email at jwhackers@gmail.com and I will get you your prize. Thank you so much to everyone who entered. My apologies for the delay in announcing the winner. Things have been very hectic and busy here this last couple of weeks, but thank you to the person who donated that budget bundle, and congratulations to the winner. All right, let's get on with the budget. All right, my friends, so we're gonna get started by filling in the actual columns here, kind of finish out this weekly budget. How are you guys all doing with your budget so far for August? I feel like I have been doing fairly well. Using cash has definitely helped me stay on track in a lot of ways, but it's also been a little bit frustrating for me just because the logistics of using cash is kind of tough. I've been making it work. I think I will still be using some cash in September, but there are some categories I'm gonna go back to just doing digitally. I feel like this whole year with my budget has almost been like an experiment. I've been trying new things, doing different stuff. Still trying to find a groove, get my groove back with the whole budgeting thing, but let's go ahead and fill in the actual column here for this week. So we had $18 budgeted for motorcycle insurance. Motorcycle insurance did come out and the actual amount was $17.17. For car insurance, I budgeted $200 and that came out just a tiny bit higher at $200.89. So just 89 cents over there. YouTube Premium came out and the amount there was $17.99. And then for gas, we spent $34.50 on gas. So let me just make sure there was no other gas transactions. Nope, that is everything. So let me go ahead and pull in a calculator here and get my actual totals. So $17.17. You guys definitely cannot see my calculator here. $17.17 plus the $289 plus $17.99 plus $34.50 was a total of $270 with 55 cents. So even though we were a tiny bit over budget in car insurance, we were under budget everywhere else and still came in under budget overall. So that's good news. For cash envelopes, these all went as planned. If you watched my budget video last week, you would have seen me go ahead and stuff my envelopes. So that all went as planned. We will take a look inside my envelopes and fill out my weekly check-in to see what I actually spent of that cash here momentarily. For the extra debt category now, for my Subaru, I did pay $650 as I expected to. For Ashley, the amount that we ended up needing to pay was actually $158. I don't know why the minimum payment went up by a couple of dollars. The overall total didn't go up at all, so I don't know if it's just like interest. It's not supposed to have any interest. I don't know. I can't explain why it went up by a couple of dollars, but the minimum payment I owed was $158, so that's what I went ahead and paid. And then for First Merchants Bank, it wasn't quite $100 that I had to pay, so let me just really quick look up and remind myself what that minimum payment was. Sorry you guys, I'm a little bit all over the place in this video. I usually sit down before I turn on the camera to film, and I do a little bit of pre-work on my budget so I know totals and I have things kind of written down and I know what I'm gonna say. Today I didn't do that. I just kind of sat down and hit record. I don't have a lot of time today, so I just wanted to you know, get this done as quickly as possible, and because of that I am a little bit scattered. Okay, so the amount that I paid was $91. That's how much was due, so that is how much I paid. So for extra debt, we paid $650 plus $158 plus $91 for a total of $899. The very last thing is the savings. You guys saw me stuff my envelopes at the start of the month with the savings challenge, so you already know that that was done. Alright, let me go ahead and pull in my weekly check-in page now, and we'll go through my cash envelopes and see how I did with variable spending this week. Alright, my friends, so for week 3, just like the rest of the weeks, we are going to be tracking grocery, eating out, my spending, and miscellaneous. So when we last checked in, I guess I should have filled this out last week. We started out with nothing, -120, and nothing here. The amount that we added last week, we added $200 to grocery, we added $50 to eating out, we added $40 to my spending, and we added $40 to miscellaneous. So that gives us our starting point here. Obviously we're still in the negative for my spending. If you watched last week, you know that I went ahead and borrowed against my spending money, and I'm slowly each week paying that back. So when you see me stuff my cash envelopes again, I won't be adding cash to my envelopes because I'll be paying that cash to the card that I used. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for grocery, we started with $200, and we currently have $21 remaining in there. So we'll just do a little backwards math here. 200 minus 21, that means we spent a total of $179, which gives us a remaining balance of that 21. So that will be our starting balance then when we go to stuff our envelopes. For spending, we already know it's empty because I paid that card. For eating out, That's also entirely empty, so that means that we spent the full $50, and that leaves us with nothing remaining. Skip lawn care for miscellaneous. We started with $40, and the amount we have in there now is $2, so we spent a total of $38. So our starting balance for next week will be $2. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this back in there. I do have some money in my bank envelope here that I need to deposit in the bank, so I will do that when I go to get my cash for this week. So that's kind of a look at how we did overall for the week. As I mentioned, using cash for some of these categories has really done me well in terms of keeping me on track and not overspending. Not overspending in grocery or eating out at all so far this month is a huge accomplishment for me. But I will say it's a pain in the you-know-what to deal with cash and to keep track of receipts. And I know a lot of you said I should put a little expense tracker in my wallet and write things down as I go. Maybe I'll try that for September. I don't know if I'm going to work with cash next month, just because it's going to be a crazy busy month. School starting up again. I definitely want to use some cash because, like I said, it's really helped me stay on track. But it's just, I have to weigh that against the logistics of using cash and keeping track of everything. Oh, look. I did this wrong. This 38 and 2 should go in miscellaneous. Spent 40. I don't really know how to keep track of my spending. I just know that by the end of the month, I will have paid back everything I owe, and I'll be starting fresh with September and spending money. Okay, let's get started with week 4. So we're going to flip to a new week here in my budget. And we're going to write this out. So the week we said is August 23rd through the 29th? Is that what I said? Yeah, 23rd through the 29th. All right. So I believe that the only bill we have left to pay this month is Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. Switching from budgeting monthly to budgeting weekly has definitely left a lot of room for error in my budget. I'm thinking I'm going to go back to the hybrid budget for September. I switched this way to kind of coincide with doing the cash, but I've definitely been confusing myself a lot with switching back and forth between budgeting methods and trying to keep track of cash and everything. So I think September will be back to business as usual. We'll see. I haven't really honestly given it too much thought. For Netflix, though, the amount that I'm going to budget is $16. And then the only other thing that I'm going to put here under the checking section is gas for the week. And I'm going to budget $60, I think, for gas. Just because we definitely have some traveling that we're going to be doing, so I want to make sure that we have enough. So if I add 16 plus 60, that gives us a total of $76 here. Hopefully I am not forgetting anything. If I am, you know, I'll have to deal with that when the time comes. For cash envelopes, we're sticking with the usual. So we have grocery, eating out, Eric, Jesse, Austin, and miscellaneous. Yep, that's everything. So for grocery, we're going to stick with 200. That's been working out really well. For eating out, we're going to do 50. This is all the same as it has been. 60 for Eric, 60 for myself, 20 for Austin, and 40 for miscellaneous. And the total remains the same at $430. nothing to sinking funds, nothing to debt. And for savings, the last of the savings envelopes that I filled at the start of the month was 35. So envelope 35, and obviously we budgeted 35. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the actual columns here as well. We did fill that 35, and we're going to go ahead and fill these envelopes today, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in as well. Okay, so that's the budget for the week. We'll go ahead and do the cash breakdown, even though it's pretty much same old, same old. For grocery, we're going to do 200, and we're going to do 10 20s for that. For eating out, we'll do a 50. For my husband's spending, we'll do 3 20s. I'm not going to do cash for my spending. I'm going to take that $60 and pay it right to the card. So for Austin, we're going to do a 20. And for miscellaneous, we'll do 2 20s. It's probably pretty tedious seeing me do the same cash breakdown, the same cash stuffing every week, huh? You guys will have to let me know what you think. We'll do 2 20s for that. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're going to do 16 20s and 150. And I don't know what that total is going to be. So let's just add it up really quickly. 200 plus 50 plus 60 plus 20 plus 40, 370. So 16 20s is 320 plus 50 is 370. So that's accurate. I'm gonna run to the bank, grab that cash, we'll stuff my envelopes, and that'll wrap up this video. I try to keep it really short and sweet. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, my friends, so I have my cash here. We're gonna go ahead and go down the line and stuff these envelopes quickly. So for grocery, we're adding 200, that's 10 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. We're gonna add that to what was left in our grocery envelope and give us our total of $221 for the week. So that takes care of grocery. For eating out, we're gonna add 50, which I have here. My husband is gonna get 60. That's 20, 40, 60. I'm gonna set that off to the side for him, as well as Austin's 20. And that leaves $40 for the miscellaneous envelope, and that'll get added to those couple of dollars we had left from last week, giving us a total of 42. That is really come in handy for soccer games. So glad to have that. We'll definitely be doing miscellaneous in cash next month if we do nothing else, because that has been super duper handy. So just gonna go ahead and highlight all of these. Super quick and easy cash stuffing. Wow. There we go. That's a little better. All right, friends, that's gonna do it for this week's budget update. I'm gonna get back to more in-depth budgeting, transaction tracking, all of that in September. I definitely know that for sure. I've definitely been playing fast and loose with the budget this week or this month, and definitely having cash has been very helpful for that aspect. But it just feels a little bit I think because I'm not spending so much time sitting down and writing out my budget and really thinking about everything, it feels less efficient, even though I'm actually spending less doing it this way. So, I don't know, it's a little weird, but I hope you enjoyed this video. My apologies for kind of being MIA around here these last couple of weeks. It's been crazy busy. We're prepping for back to school and just kind of enjoying the last of summer vacation. I'm hoping I'll be back to regularly scheduled content, lots more videos in September. I just ask that you be patient with me until then. So yeah. Thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!